My biggest influence, without a doubt, is Henry Matisse. I love him for his colour, and I love the way that at that time he broke out of the box with his cardboard cutouts. But I also like Patrick Heron for his use of line and the way he used texture in his work, and Howard Hodgkin prints, which I know some people criticise as being just for aesthetic reasons, but I love them. In the future, I just want to be doing what I'm doing now. So I want a balance between my family and my work. I'll devote more time to my work, sometimes I'll devote more time to my children. It's up and down, but basically as long as I can keep painting, I'm happy. It's extremely difficult. I break my day up. My mornings are work and a little bit of time for myself, exercise. My afternoons are purely the children. Creativity takes courage. Henry Matisse said that. I really believe in it. I expose myself every day with my work. I'm lucky that people seem to like it and appreciate it and buy it. I know so many creative people that have so much talent, and yet they're too scared to put themselves down, too scared to show their work, they're too scared to take their next step. So it takes a lot of courage to expose yourself. All of my work has a message. Some of it is a very deep meaning to me. It's about my life, my experiences, very, very personal. Some of it is about location and time and my experience in a place. I usually work in series, and I usually cover one series over a few years. So it could be, for example, my Sand and Sea series, which is all based on the Middle Eastern landscapes. I've been doing for 8 years. 10 years ago, I was in love with the architecture. I was in love with the shapes. I was in love with the pattern. And I did a whole series of work purely on the sunset, the seascape, the architecture, and the buildings of this region. I just love them. I'm passionate about them. Other series, for example, are about my intimate relationship. Sexual, they're quite bold. They are actually about curves and body parts in a woman's body and what her body can do about fertility. Other messages that I want to put across are on a little bit more of an abstract take. For example, when I have a client who comes to me with a commission, I want to put across a message that this artwork is about them. It's very personal to them. So I meet with them, talk to them about themselves, their life, their hobbies, their families, and I try and draw some of that into the piece. When they've got that in their home forever, it's always bringing them joy. It's always a connection for them. I also deliver a high quality product. My paint comes from the States and from Holland, my canvas from London, my papers from India. And I'm very fortunate that right here in Dubai on my doorstep I found a carpenter who makes my stretcher bars, which I stretch my canvas over because I usually make my own canvases. So my clients receive a fully handmade product. Quality and something personal is a very important message to me. The client relationship is very important. I'm a mother, I'm an artist, and above everything, I'm a woman.